Good afternoon, boys and girls. Good afternoon. I'm really, really happy to see you all because I've got something really special and really important to share with you. Well, I don't want you to guess what it is. I want to show you. Can you hold my mic to my mouth? I am knitting. Has anyone ever knit anything before?
No.
Have you ever had to go?
My mom had a knitting. My mom knit my trousers for me to make socks.
Your mum knitted your trousers for you to make socks. Your mum knitted some socks for you. That's a very clever mummy. And you?
My brother ripped his trousers and my mum knitted it back.
She stitched it back. Stitching is a little bit different. Sewing is a little bit different to knitting. But your mum is very, very good at making things. I do know that. Anyone else had a go at knitting? Have you seen anyone knitting ever before?
Somebody knitted me a bear.
They knitted you a bear. Wow. Celine?
My grandma knitted me a sock.
She knitted you just one sock. Ah, I got you, because I was going to say, Grandma, you got to knit her another sock, because she's got 2 feet. Daniel? I can show you how to knit. Yes?
One day at school, I was doing knitting lessons and then I knitted like a scarf.
You knitted a scarf at school. That's brilliant. What colour was your scarf?
It was yellow and red.
Yellow and red. Beautiful colours. I'll show you very quickly then how to knit. All right? Can you hold that for me again? Thank you. You need to have knitting needles. You need to have some wool. Thank you, Gabby. You do need to practice, Daniel. You make a very, very good point because Auntie Nadine is not very well practiced. But I'm going to still try and show you. So you've got loops on your knitting needle. Can you see?
Yeah.
And I used one needle to put through a loop. I used my wool. I wrap it around. I pull it through the loop. And I slide that loop off. You see that? I put it through the loop, wrap my wool around, pull the needle through, and I slide it off. And eventually, all the hoops on this side will end up on this side of the knitting needle. Then I turn it around, and I do it again, and again, and again, and again, until I am done. Thank you, Kobe. Now, knitting is something Auntie Nadine loves to do. She's not very good at it, and it takes her a long, long time to make anything, but she really enjoys it. But some people who are good at knitting see it as quite a skill. And I've brought some things here to show you. Well, not quite, but what other people have knitted. And I want you to just have a look at them. There's one for you. You can pass them around. Yes, of course. There's some more. You want to pass them around? You can. I want you to tell me about them in a moment. There you go. You're welcome. Should we give it on over to you guys? And Daniel? Yep. Is that it? Is my bag empty? Yep. So you can pass them around. Show them to everybody. What can you tell me about them? Daniel? Some of them are nice and fluffy. Celine? Tell me again, Celine. It is a hat. What can you tell me about that hat? It's nice and warm. This one's a fluffy, fluffy scarf. Anyone else? What else can you tell me?
The glove is like having like different colors, but they kind of blend in.
Perfect, yes. There are lots of different colours. And if you look at them, there are lots of different patterns. This one's got a very wavy pattern on it. Some of them, like you've got, Daniel, are quite a straight pattern. It's what? It is quite giant, yes, it is quite big. But the way people make these different patterns, they've got to be so careful about how they knit. They've got to think about how many times they put their needle through the hoops. You can put your items down now. You've got to think about how many times they put the needle through the hoops, what type of thread they use, and what sort of needle they use. See, these ones are just tiny, and they make very tiny, tiny hoops. Yeah, I think I can see why. I can see why. Yeah, I think they're better with the thick ones too. Now, the item that I really wanted to show you, I haven't got today, but it's my favourite knitted item in the whole world. Yeah, I think it's perfect. Does anyone know why? You don't know why? Go for it. You want to guess?
Because you'll love it so much.
I love it so much. I do. And when I see it, I think, oh, I love that knitted item so much.
Probably somebody made it out of love.
Someone made it out of love. Absolutely.
You knitted it with love.
Tell me one more time.
You knitted it with love.
I knitted it myself. And you're right, in love. And you know, I had to be very, very careful about how I knitted this scarf. I had to go to the shop. It is a scarf. And I had to choose what colour wool I wanted to use. I had to choose what size knitting needles I wanted to use. I had to sit for hours and days just knitting. I had to be so careful to count my stitches as I made this scarf. And when I finished, do you know what I said? I said, yes, Daniel? Yeah, that's a great word. Awesome is a great word. It looks good, and I showed everybody. It looks good. Yes, Daniel? It is amazing and beautiful. Yes, Gideon? Finally, yeah, I did say that too. Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Stunning. I said, go on then, last time.
I'm going to show this to my friends.
I'm going to show it to everybody, and I do. And people say, wow, where'd you get that scarf from? And I say, I made it. I made it. And you know what I said when it had finished? I said, you go on there, Daniel, last chance. Well, I didn't say I'm good at knitting, but I did say I do enjoy this. I said, wow, it's perfect. It's perfect. And I love it so much. And I use it for keeping me warm in the winter. I sometimes use it just to say, I made it. And it looks nice with what I'm wearing. But it's perfect. Now, the important thing that I wanted to tell you, boys, is that actually I came across a passage in the Bible that talks about knitting. Who would have thought knitting would be in the Bible, right? But it says, if you're able to put my slide up, please. And maybe we can read this together. It's taken from Psalm chapter 139. Can you see this up here? Shall we read it together? Yeah. You can read it. If you turn around, you'll see it. Let's read it together after 3, 2, 3. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Do you think you can remember that? Do you think that you can remember that you are treasured, you're loved, and that when God made you, he looked at you and he said, wow, I love him. It's perfect. Do you think you can remember that? And not only remember that, but can you remind other people that they are beautiful and they're treasured by God? And remember how we treat them, because they were knit by God. Thank you for listening. Who would like to pray? Okay. Let's bow our heads.
Dear God, thank you for the things we done. Thank you for we have knit. And thank you for we knitting. And thank you for you showed us how to knit. Amen.
Dear Father, help us to be good, help the sick. Also help us to know that we are wonderfully made. Lord, I thank you for everything you gave us. And also help us come to church with love and also knit with love and always read the Bible. Amen.
Our Father, thank you for this story you've given us. Help everyone, help the sick, help all of us to have a good Sabbath. Amen.
Our Father, help us to be kind. Thank you for the story. Help the sick to feel better. Amen.
Dear God, help us to not snitch and don't be a liar on our sisters. And please make us good like you. Amen.
Thank you, boys and girls. If you just drop these items back into this bag, then you can go back to your seats.